Private yachts from the future are gonna be absolutely insane. Like this Star Wars looking ass yacht, yachts that come with even more yachts, and even one that can literally fly. One yacht is even made for war. And you know how we got hybrid cars? Well, there's even hybrid yachts that go underwater. And one is called origami, because it can fold into different shapes, like opening up for a helicopter pad. These are super yachts even billionaires can't afford. The Damas's energy system is so futuristic, it doesn't need anything but the sun and the sea to work. Its completely open interior makes it feel massive too, because it is. It's got 4 VIP guest suites, and 2 insane owner suites that each have their own lounge. Oh, and you never have to worry about refueling, because its solar-powered hydro regeneration energy system gives it an unlimited range. You could stay on your floating palace forever, but billionaires are too paranoid for that. They need to feel protected at all times. And the military-grade UAE-1 is meant to protect the owner from all threats. It's literally supposed to be the next must-have in the UAE. It's got bulletproof glass, an anti-missile system, a spa, wellness center, 40-foot swimming pool, sun lounge, and even a massive boardroom? Yeah, one of the biggest selling points is an office space for international meetings. I mean, they gotta coordinate war tactics somehow. But while the UAE is still trying to make a military yacht that looks like hijacked from COD, the rest of the billionaires are trying to figure out how to get even richer. So one billionaire had the genius idea of trying to make this yacht print money, which is why this sailing catamaran is called the most valuable yacht for a reason. Those huge sails move the ship, and turbines collect the kinetic energy and use it as green hydrogen. When the tanks are full of hydrogen, it automatically routes to a port to unload and sell that hydrogen, which is worth a lot of money. But not only does this thing make you money, you also never have to refuel. It's basically an infinite money glitch, but you'd still need to hire people to help operate it, and billionaires like to stay away from any other humans. So the WM2 is definitely a better option. It's operated completely by computers, so you can sail the ocean free of distractions, like your wife. And the WM2 is a dual-wing sail trimaran, whatever that means. It's basically just rich people talk for saying the sails are squares. But if you think that shape is weird, wait till you see this next yacht, which is literally called the Shape. It's the modern art of yachts, and whoever designed this shouldn't have let their 2-year-old name it. The Shape actually has no shape, which is the point, I guess? Rich people are so weird, dude. And the 6 luxury suites, jacuzzi, sun lounge, and command center are all in the back of the yacht, because at the front, there's a giant hole in the middle, and it's right on the water, so you could go for a swim whenever you want. But if you're afraid of sharks like me, they figured that out, because on the upper deck, there's a glass bottom infinity pool. But this next yacht's design looks like something from space. But the designer of the Joaquin yacht didn't watch Star Wars when he came up with this thing. Nah, he got his design inspiration from goddamn birds. But you can't tell me this isn't just a long-ass X-Wing. But even if it isn't Star Wars, it's still futuristic as hell. It's fully electric, has 5 bedrooms, a spa, and a saltwater pool. I hear there's another saltwater infinity pool called the Ocean, but just like birds, it's light as a feather. But that's only because the entire exterior is made of glass. So not only would it sink faster than the Titanic, but you got 0 privacy if you're trying to put one of those bedrooms to use. Billionaires never heard of shades before? Probably not, because they're too worried about making ships look like animals. At least the Mako is based on something that actually lives in the ocean. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because it was inspired by the Mako shark. I don't know, kinda just looks like a long-ass AC unit. But the lower deck alone has a beach club platform for sports, a garage for boats, and a hot tub for 270-degree views. But the upper deck is where this thing goes full Bruce Wayne. It's got this pavilion that changes between observatory, lounge, fitness studio, and even a yoga space whenever you want. And as if that wasn't enough, the Mako even comes with a helipad and custom aircraft, a bomb drone. Nah, but I don't doubt billionaires would own one just to keep people away, because some yachts would basically attract an entire news team, like this Tron-looking mega yacht. This boat is for all the rich boomers that never got to drive their dad's car. Because when Andy Waugh designed the Decadence, he took all of the cool stuff from old-fashioned race cars and threw it on a cloud-looking yacht. And this yacht comes with a yacht. It's nowhere near as big as the mothership, but 2 yachts for the price of 1 is a steal. But even though the main 80-meter yacht looks faster than a Bugatti, it's slower than an actual old race car. Inflatable sails come out of each oval wheel, so this thing only moves with wind. Clearly, Andy Waugh spent all his brainpower on design, but sometimes the opposite happens, because this yacht has a ton to do, but it's designed like a flip-flop. And I bet Epstein would like the name of this yacht, because it's called X-Kid Stuff. But it's not made for kids. The X-Kid Stuff is the dream for hustle university dads and type A soccer moms, because this thing will keep you active. You basically can't go anywhere without using a staircase, but if you really want to feel young again, they even got a fire pole to get from deck to deck. And if riding poles ain't your thing, it's got some other options, like a full rock climbing wall inside the ship. There's also a garage that could store 4 small speedboats and a sailboat. But I never want to leave this adult playground, unless I could take a trip to another galaxy. And on the USS Enterprise, you'd at least feel like you're on a different planet. The designer straight up copied the name and design for the super yacht from Star Trek. The whole thing is made to look like the actual USS Enterprise. Hey, at least they tried. At night, you get a full view of space, because there's a courtyard on top of the ship that ain't got a roof, and it comes with a pool. So you can actually swim under the stars, and not worry about sharks. And every deck's got floor-to-ceiling windows, so you can stargaze while using the bar, gym, or one of the 3 hot tubs. Even the helipad can open up for a dance floor. Only Star Trek nerds would want to get it though, so you'd probably have to go on Reddit to hire a crew. I guess there's a yacht for everyone, but I have no idea who the Tabiko is made for. Its name and design are taken from the Japanese word for flying fish eggs, but it looks more like an alien battleship. It can even fly over the water, or at least it looks like it can. The 4 legs stay in the water at all times, so it just gives the illusion of flight. But you definitely think you're flying, because on the deck you can't feel waves at all. All the yacht systems are inside the legs, so when this thing takes off, the legs take all the impact from the water, making the deck completely safe. Looks like a fun yacht to get lit on. But on Project Gleam, bars are just one of 7 party decks on this mega yacht. Normal party cruises are alright, but who wants a bunch of screaming kids around you all the time? Not billionaires. They want the party brought to them, and Project Gleam does just that. It might be better than an actual cruise ship, because each of the 7 decks has its own theme. One deck is private for the owner, and the one below is for all 16 guests and crew suites. But then it actually gets insane. There's cocktail bars on the 3rd, and a casino on the 4th, a dance floor on the 5th, a movie theater on the 6th, and a full Roman bathhouse, spa, and pool on the 7th. I can't even imagine the amount of bands the dealer sees at the casino. But there's no amenities, so you'd probably lose your mind fast. But the Plectrum doesn't even need wings to get above sea level. It does need a new paint job though. Orange is a nasty stock color. But if that's the only downside, I think it's worth it, because the Plectrum is the Rolls Royce of yachts. The logo even folds out just like a rollie, but the logo ain't the only thing hidden on this yacht. When the Plectrum is anchored, 2 matching smaller boats fold out from the sides, right onto the water. And if you want vehicles for land and air, no problem. There's a 2-car garage hidden underneath the crazy hot tub at the back, and a helipad underneath the deck at the front. It even comes with a matching orange heli. They really test their patience with that goofy-ass color. But if you can handle driving a traffic cone around, you'll get the real reward. 15,000 horsepower. It's so fast that it literally flies over the water at its top speed. Billionaires are gonna have to wait for this one though, because it won't be available for a decade at least. And by that point, the world may be underwater anyway. So yachts like the VY01 could be how we save all the plants. And this thing has way too nice of a design to sound like Elon Musk's kid. It's got the typical super yacht amenities like shaded sofa areas, silent engines, sun lounges, and an infinity pool. But this thing is more than just a yacht. It's a floating Garden of Eden. The inside of the yacht looks like Central Park. It's got a greenhouse, a vegetable garden, and a river that runs around the entire ship. It would be like the perfect place to chill after slaving away at a 9-to-5 job, even though it's still a concept. There's way crazier shit that could come out soon, because the Pegasus took its design straight from a page out of a comic book. Remember that stealth tech from the Avengers? Well, they kinda did it for real. At any time of day, the Pegasus is virtually invisible. The design mimics the sky and sea, using mirrored glass, so it completely blends into its surroundings. The glass even doubles as solar panels that power the ship, so you basically got unlimited energy, and you need it to power this floating oasis. There's a sky deck with a hot tub, a beach club on every deck, a full-size bar, and even a Zen garden. I already know Joe Rogan's doing DMT in that place, but the Pegasus still got something crazier. There's this giant tower made of plants called the Tree of Life. As soon as you go down the spiral staircase around it, the Tree of Life turns the ship into a straight-up jungle with a garden, and all these plants give the ship its own pure air and free food. When North Korea destroys the world, you could write out the apocalypse on this thing, and you might even get to see the new Great Pyramids. Because Project Star is a straight-up pyramid that sticks out of the water. Something tells me it wouldn't handle waves too well though. But it's got thrusters to stay in place like a freaking spaceship, and it's still got a ton of room inside. There's 6 guest cabins, 6 living rooms, 2 helipads, and even a boat garage. But it's not called Project Star for nothing. During the day, it rotates in a full circle to maximize solar energy. So at night, it literally lights up like a star. Astrology girls are gonna go crazy for this thing. But if you're more of a deep-sea explorer kind of guy, the Nautilus is built for you, because it can ride the waves or cruise underwater at the same time. The yacht has a hot tub, dining area, and sun pad just like the average CEO ride. But the sub is where everything gets crazy. It's got a 50 square meter dining room and a lounge area with TV. But why watch TV when you got 4-meter windows to check out what it's like to live under the sea? And if you like it enough, you could do it for real. Because the whole thing can go underwater for 6 hours and stay anchored underwater for 4 days. It's even got a depressurized chamber for up to 5 scuba divers. I love the ocean, but I'd stick to the surface, because I'm not trying to see whatever that is. But yacht companies really want these billionaires to go underwater, because the Migaloo M5 doesn't just have a weird-ass name, it's a full-on sub. Yeah, it can surface for land exploration, but its main purpose is for underwater sightseeing. At almost 500 feet long, this super yacht can fit up to 60 people and go underwater for up to 4 weeks. Honestly, a fire upgrade. OceanGate couldn't even last 4 hours. But if you're not trying to turn into human soup, the yacht has plenty of stuff to do on the surface. It's got an outdoor movie theater, a swimming pool, and even a 200 square meter spa. If you couldn't afford a chopper for the helipad, you're chilling. Because this yacht even hooks you up with a 12-meter limo, 2 land vehicles, and 2 mini subs. That's simply ridiculous. If you want to explore the land, maybe don't buy a sub. There's plenty of surface yachts that are even more insane anyways. Like this absolute tank of a ship with the fitting name, Glory. This concept is a giga sailboat, sail yacht, sail ship, whatever. It's a giga yacht, which just means it's fucking huge. The owner suite alone is 1,500 square feet across, so you could deadass put a cruise ship inside this thing, even though its capacity is only 66 people. It can also hold 3 VTOLs in a private hangar, in a boat garage that comes with 2 Nautilus subs. They could probably even fit their own ocean inside this thing. The deck has a hot tub and a swimming pool that's 72 feet long, and inside there's a fully marble piano bar. Your hands are gonna hurt from throwing money at this thing, but you won't have to use your arms at all on board, because the masts set their own sails, rotate 360 degrees, and even tilt to fit under bridges. And if you're going somewhere cold, they made sure all the masts, handrails, doors, and floors self-heat. There's no listed price, but I don't think there's a billionaire alive that could afford it anyways. And these giga yachts only get bigger. There's no other way to say it. The Sovrano Giga Yacht is straight up badass. With an 80-meter deck, it could be the wildest yacht in the world. Where do I even start? It's got 20 customizable private suites. It comes with a hovercraft, and the helipads can turn into swimming pools at the click of a button. Those pools also have electric motors, so they can also be lowered to the water and covered for seaside dining. You could probably even straight up catch your dinner, but there's plenty of space for fishing in the back. They've got fishing equipment, lounge chairs, and hidden behind all of that is a full-on garage. It can fit 2 50-foot boats and 6 supercars, because ain't no way you're pulling up in a Kia Soul. And if that isn't enough, they put an oasis underneath the front deck. Yeah, the entire deck slides back, revealing a garden, lawn, palm trees, and another pool. This thing is literally a floating island. But shockingly, there's a yacht that makes the Sovrano seem basic, because the Colossia has one feature that not even a giga yacht can compare to. This monster is deadass longer than Godzilla, made completely out of carbon fiber, and has every luxury aspect you can think of. It's got 22 suites, a big ass pool in the front, a helipad, 3 hot tubs in the back, and even a garage for guest boats. But none of that compares to the crazy feature that makes this yacht worth $1 billion. While some yachts only come with the guest boats, the Colossia also comes with a blimp. A fucking blimp when it takes off. It even leaves behind a waterfall infinity pool inside a Coliseum, perfect for watching your crew fight to the death from a few hundred feet up. And in the sky, the solar-powered airship can cruise at 100 miles per hour. Dope idea, but if you own this thing, you're definitely compensating for a tiny deck.